So I keep getting this message that I don't really have very much energy on my phone or storage or something. And I'm like, I don't know why that is, because I clear my phone of most of its junk. And so it shouldn't really have a lot of junk on there. And I'm like, oh, I don't know why that is. Anyway, I was just gonna check this out because it's been cleared recently. And I'm like, oh, can't wait to see. Hopefully there's no snakes. That's the thing that I have to worry about because I don't really wear the thickest of pants. And, yeah. And so I'm not really that well protected for snakes. So I'll just not walk too close to the bushes right now. But this is what it looks like now that it's been cleared. So it had like rubbish everywhere. These are my efforts. All these little mulch bits, the things that circulate the trees. They're like dry sticks on the bottom. They're my chopping down of lantana bushes. And lantana is what's all this is bush. The bush that's around the bush. The bush that's around the bush is. But this is the tree. I don't know what kind of tree it is though. But it used to have a lot of rubble there. So whatever is over there, it used to be around this tree. But now it doesn't have anything. So now it's just a tree. So you can put pansies. Or what? It doesn't really look like a very alive tree. I think it's a thoroughly abandoned tree. It looks perhaps a wattle. It looks like a bigger version of a wattle though. I don't know if it is a wattle or what, but it now looks like a tree standing there, perhaps even a dead one. It doesn't really look very alive. It looks mostly dead. But then again, we're only just getting out of the winter period, so over here's a bit clearer too. So there's some rubble around there. Once again, my lantana cuttings were around there. This is like the tree's wood chip that I got the other day. The wood chips trees. So that's what a tree looks like when it's been ground into wood chips, which is pretty different. I've got to watch out for native animals. We get a lot of kangaroo visitors around here, so there could be anything wild amongst these bushes. We're essentially going to be clearing paths through this way overgrown lantana to try and get like a border around here, so that we can appreciate the forest, but it's really just a lot of weeds. When I owned this property, it's like I made it a mission to cut back all the lantana and blah. It takes forever. It can take months. Look at this. This property has been owned for like a year, and the only reason why it's all being cut back is because of ordering bulldozers to cut it back for us. So essentially, we pretty much let a lot of this growth just continue to grow. But the other person's very nervous about snakes. Even I'm very nervous about snakes and wild animals. And it's like, but it's not going to be a property until we have like some sort of control over these big ginormous bushes, which is overgrown introduced species of lantana from South America. Until that's under control, there's basically no control in this paddock. That thing smells kind of like a fire. Hopefully it's not a bushfire. It's very smoky. It is. It smells like someone's burning off or something. It's like across the road is a huge paddock of land. Because at the back of the lot there's a road, and then beyond the road is a huge paddock of land. I was like, well, what if it's a bushfire? Well, what is the emergency evacuation? It's like basically, we don't really have one. I mean, essentially, it's like assumed that we'll notice when there's a bushfire and get in a car and drive away, but other than that, it's not really a huge emergency plan. I think the next best thing to do is grab something, terracotta pot or something, turn it upside down, hide underneath it. that might save you from a fire. And of course have a fire blanket over you, or grab your bike. I don't have one. Grab your bike and just go on the road. Like, I don't have a bike though. It's pretty hot. It's just no good. We have so many pigeons lately, and some of them are so pretty, but it's no good. And birds are just dying for food, and if we don't provide them, they won't be supplemented. They love water. They drink like a heap of water every day, so every day it's like there isn't any water in their water thing, and every day we have to fill it up. And so it's like lots of hungry and thirsty birds. We only give like a 2-cup ration to all the wild birds a day, and sometimes I eat a piece of fruit and leave the portions of the pith that I didn't eat out for the birds. But yeah, mostly we just feed them on a couple of things the birds eat a day, a couple of cups, and that's it. And put some water out there so that they can have some water. Oh my gosh, it just isn't supposed to survive, this plant. I think that's the artichoke plant, so it's not enough water. Maybe I should go on a mission to water it each day, because it does get overlooked starting today. I just gotta find where the other one is. There's one down. Oh, no, it's withering away. I think I'll go get some water and feed it water, because I really want artichokes. I'm just gonna get some right now. There you go, I've had my first version of a once a day cycle to try and save the artichoke plant. Because otherwise it shrivels up and dies. Lots of plants aren't actually very weather worthy. But you know what is? The passion fruit vines seem to be going very well, despite the lack of water, and growing up wild. So if you live in an area where you don't get a lot of water, just grow passion fruit vines. They seem to do well in the driest of conditions. I don't know what else to do. Just aimlessly walking around. I've done pretty much everything I need to do today. All I can do a bit more work if I feel like it. Otherwise, I'm done with work for the week.